What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Much like my idol Bill Simmons, I love incorporating Beverly Hills 90210 into my work whenever I can, whenever it's appropriate and doesn't, interfere with intense, in-depth hockey analysis. It's for you guys. It's one of the greatest television phenomena in the history of our country, and a monument of American achievement in the arts and television sciences, as far as I'm concerned. But we know that a couple months ago I talked about the cameo guest appearance on it. I talked about trying to get Jason Priestley. On it last week I mentioned I compared Phil Housley to Brenda Walsh, both Minnesota kids, yada yada yada. What was the thing I said? Oh, moral compass, voice of reason. Anyway, anyone who watched the show knows Brandon's twin sister Brenda left Beverly Hills for the University of Minnesota for like 2 episodes, and then dropped out and went back to California University, which is supposed to be UCLA or like Pepperdine actually. But and one thing because they're from Minnesota, they moved to California, and that's how the show started. But one thing she didn't like Minnesota, and the way people were looking at her because she was not like Beverly Hills and all that. But I look at when those episodes aired, that was September of 1993. The best Minnesota hockey player at that time was Jamie Langenbrunner, who just turned 18. But of that age group, I should say, who had just turned 18 and was applying his trade with the Peterborough Petes in the Ontario Hockey League. I assume he would have ended up with the Gophers had he played college hockey, but he didn't. So if someone get him on the phone, I'll ask him. Brandon, Jason Priestley's character, was a hockey player in Minnesota and played a lot in LA. A lot back then in LA, I should say. And, maybe Brandon and Jamie Langenbrunner played on the same team. Jamie Langenbrunner and Brenda went out, and then they broke up, and there was hurt feelings, and that's what had Brenda so pissed off that Shannen Doherty's character, Brenda, to move back to LA. I mean, hey, it's a soap opera. I mean, had they known back then, Jamie Langenbrunner was going to be one of the great Americans of all time, be a Olympic silver medalist and Captain America at the Olympics, and play over 1,000 games and win two Stanley Cups, I should say, with Dallas and New Jersey. Maybe they would have wrote it differently, but it's definitely an intriguing thing to think about because, again, anytime I can see a parallel between 90210 in the game of hockey, I gotta roll with it. If you don't like the pieces, don't watch them, to be honest with you. But again, if I could compare Phil Housley to Brenda Walsh, that was the deep end. This is the middle of the ocean. But I think it's fun. I gotta incorporate pop culture to kind of keep myself entertained and to keep the flow of ideas going because I like to stick with the theme and try to see what ideas can come off of it and give entertaining pieces for you guys to enjoy and make fun of me if you so choose. But anyway, hope you guys like this piece. Again, I want to know if Jamie Langenbrunner played, because that's actually where it started. I was wondering if Jamie Langenbrunner played college hockey, where would he have gone? And then University of Minnesota, I happened watching the episode the other night with Brenda at the U. So, it's an intriguing thing to think about. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Jamie Langenbrunner possibly dating Brenda Walsh. Stay tuned for more episodes, season and beyond. Later, guys.